Coming to you from a secret desert location, it's Congoleum Corner, featuring Congoleum's National Installation Specialist and CFI Resilient Certifier, Joe Sia.
Today we want to briefly cover the installation of Congoleum's DuraCeramic. DuraCeramic Origins right here is a 16 by 16 square tile. We also have a rectangular product called Congoleum Dimensions. Okay, installation techniques on both of these are going to be the same, and we've already covered floor prep. So I'm going to start with the glue application. Today I'm working on our underfloor acoustical mat, but above the glue, everything from the glue up, everything's the same no matter what surface you're working on. So we'll talk in another video about loose laying acoustical mats and other types of substrates for direct glue. Okay. For DuraCeramic, we're using DS100, and we're doing an application with a 116, 132, 132 notch. Okay, 116 being the first number because that's the opening. Make sure you get that straight. We will ship you with the 4-gallon bucket 2 of these attachable blades underneath the lid, wrapped in plastic. It's very important that you have this trowel notch. Remember, your trowel notch, after about a couple of hundred feet, especially on concrete, it's going to wear down. You need to get a new trowel. Okay. Now, DS100 goes on a light blue color. This is already ready to go. It is dry 45 minutes to an hour. But basically, you're going to check the glue, make sure it's still sticky, but not coming off in your hands. When you get to this point, you are good to go for approximately 12 hours, but I wouldn't plan to elongate the job that far out. Okay, I like to have a 4 or 5 hour window when I'm working with DuraCeramic. Here's a typical example of Origins. There are arrows on the back of the product. And what we like to do in installation is take these and quarter turn them to each other. Okay? Now remember, DuraCeramic can go with or without grout lines, so either a typical edge-to-edge application or using spacers creating grout. I'm going to use a bit of a spacer here. First tile is going down on my lines, like so. Remember, give that a push in. If you miss your lines, you're going to have a hard time pulling that tile off. We recommend you take a heat gun to it, and if you fracture the backing at all because it's urethane covered, you're probably going to throw that tile away. As far as spacer is concerned, I tend to use VCT chips, something that stands up and can be pulled out, like so. Okay, so I have a small chip. I'm placing down. The second tile will come along. I'll check which way the arrows are going. I'll bring it in. As long as I don't make full contact with the adhesive, I should be able to slide a little bit to make sure I'm on my corners. And then just drop the product like so. And from there you're moving on. Let's go back here. Okay, so you can see that the spacer stands straight up. I know that that tile is running in that direction. To remind myself, I might take a spacer and just place it where I know the arrow is going to, so I don't get confused about which way the product is running. Come in with the next tile. Right on the spacers. I'm hinged towards the spacer so I can move this tile a little bit. Once I like where it is, I push hard against the spacers. The other tile is not going to move, and drop the tile down. So when I'm doing corners, I take the spacers in a T formation up in that corner there. Come in with my next tile. I know the arrows are running that way, corresponding with that spacer there. Into the corner and onto the floor. Now, DS100 is designed as a dry set adhesive, and as soon as your tiles are in the adhesive, you're pretty much good to go, and you can walk right on and right into the system. These tiles will not move. Okay. So again, I just keep going forward, and I know this arrow is facing towards that camera. My second tile above it is quarter turned, nice and tight up against the spacers. And notice I don't use a lot of spacers. I don't want to leave them behind me because they can kick off with my feet. So 4 or 5 maybe, and I'll just carry them with me. And this is a typical setup with spacers. Check my arrows into the corner. And if I have a nice flat floor, I should be able to drop right on my spacers. Now the system, once you're into the DS100, needs to be rolled with a stand-up 3-section 100-pound roller in both directions. Okay. Once you do that, you're good to go as far as grouting the system is concerned. Okay. 4 spacers in. Arrow in the right direction. Wedged into my spacers. Like so. As far as cutting DuraCeramic is concerned, I have 1 tile left here. Basically, utility blade. Make your marks. Drop your straight edge. Drop your straight edge where you want it. On your marks. And then all it takes is a little bit of pressure on your utility knife. Score and snap. Okay, simple as that. That's the easiest way to install DuraCeramic. Like so. Remember, 3-section 100-pound roller. Pull your spacers at this point. Make sure your floor is clean, and then you're ready for this particular installation for grout. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. I'm Joe Cia. We'll see you next time.
For questions, check Congoleum.com anytime or call 609-584-3805. Thanks for watching.